Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling. Done of course with Fire Pro Wrestling World. We are on day 8 of the Chel Raizer Invitational round robin tournament to determine a number 1 contender for the PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling women's title, currently held by Io Shirai. We have 2 days left in this tournament. We're going to try to knock them both out this morning. Of course they will go up on YouTube as separate installments. But we're going to start with day 8. Let's take a quick look at the rankings so you can see where things stand in case you forgot. Teagn Nox, Rhea, Ripley, Ivelisse, 3-way tie for first place in the A bracket. Alexa Bliss is 2 victories behind, and Rosemary is 2 victories behind there as well. There's 2 days left. We could definitely see some shifting in the leadership here. We could see potentially a pretty big tie in first place when it's over. Klein sits on the top of B bracket by herself with 35, Allie right behind her with 30, and Isla down B Priestley behind her with 25 points. This works out well because, again, 2 matches left. We can see some shifting. My money's on Klein to win the B bracket, though. A bracket's a little more up in the air. Let's get into it, starting day 8 right now with Ivelisse versus Alexa Bliss is the first matchup. As always, the speed set to 125 so the matches go a little faster. But not too fast. 150 is a little too quick. Now we're finally getting into the area of the tournament where the matches really count for something. Gonna have a fair bit of free time this weekend, so we're gonna do quite a bit of streaming to make up for the fact that the last couple weeks have been too busy to do much of anything. It's hard to find time to stream when by the time you get free time it's 7, 8 o'clock at night. Nice powerbomb reversal. I did recently pick up the light heavyweight DLC strictly because a lot of my creator wrestlers, people were adding moves from the DLC, and it was making it so I couldn't use a lot of my roster. So I bit the bullet last week and spent the $15 to get the DLC, which also had the added effect of clearing up some of my creator wrestler space, since nearly everybody that was in the DLC was someone I already had as a creator wrestler. It's weird how sometimes that's a disqualifying move and other times it's a submission. Pummeling punches like that. Because I've seen Bailey win a match with, or maybe she was eliminated from the match. One or the other. Someone submitted her with a bunch of pummeling punches like that. See, Bliss is bleeding after taking those punches too. Bliss is bleeding all over the place. Bliss wins. So that moves Bliss one step closer to being in the first place ranking, and it keeps Ivelisse where she's at. I just realized something, that as I was organizing these matches, I was organizing them backwards. So I need to fix this. So the next match should be Zelina Vega versus Asuka, because I inadvertently just played the main event of the A bracket first. So Asuka versus Zelina Vega it is. So I messed that up. A bracket had their number one match first. We're gonna fix this though. That's what I get for not doing this work beforehand and try to do it on the fly. I meant to organize this so the matches had the least consequence came first. This file over again while this match happens. Hopefully I get it sorted out before we reach the end of this. There we go. I'm not paying attention to the action. I'm just trying to sort out the show. That was quick. Asuka with the submission. Zelina Vega continues to have a pretty wretched performance in the tournament here. See, yeah, this one should be next. Sonya Deville versus Sarah Logan. Two of the more tragically underperforming women in the tournament here. That's what I'm missing. I see where my mistake is.
Great.
Alright, I believe I have corrected today's card. It now makes sense. See, what I did was, after the last time I recorded this, which was a while ago. Oh, Sarah Logan's bleeding. Last time I set, and I looked at the 2 days that were left. I looked at the day that had the more impactful matchups, and immediately went to it, and started arranging it. And I labeled the matches, because as you know, we go A bracket, B bracket, A bracket, B bracket. I went A5, B5, and so on. But I forgot that the 5 wasn't the designation of order. It was a designation of least importance. 5 to 1, least to most important. And then I forgot that, 3 weeks later now, and started with the main event of A bracket on today's card. Easy mistake to make, I guess. Oh shit! Sarah Logan knocked out by Sonya Deville. I didn't even see what happened. Just knocked her out. Poor Sarah Logan. She's had such a shitty tournament. I've got a new version of Sarah that I'm going to upload or start using after this tournament's over. Because this version of her only has one finishing move. And I don't think anything beyond that. So, up next is this match right here. Mandy, Rose, Ember Moon. That's what I had slated. I learned a long time ago to not trust the computer to do the matches in the right order. Because then you end up with people showing up, they do a match, there's a match, and then they're back in the third match.
Fight.
A lot hinges on what goes down the next couple of days here now with this tournament, because one of the matches for day 9 was Rhea Ripley versus Ivelisse. They're currently tied in that 3-way tie for first place, but if Rhea Ripley wins today, since Ivelisse didn't, Rhea pulls ahead. So the match next week has less consequence. Or the next episode, I should say, not next week. These two are on the same brand now in real life, so this is not a match that isn't possible anymore. There's the Eclipse, or this game's version of it.
Great.
It's more of a dive into an RKO than a stunner. Pulling for Ember Moon here, if I'm being honest. I think both these ladies are mathematically eliminated now. I haven't watched a Mandy Rose match in a long time. I don't recall her being such a submission expert, though. Ember busted out the clips way too early, I think. Hip tosses. Clothesline. Oh, nice counter. Almost enough. I do believe... What's Mandy call her finisher? The Bed of Roses? move. This is, I think, the longest match of the day so far. You know, Sonya Deville knocked out Sarah Logan in what, 5 minutes, something like that. Every single time I broadcast something with Fire Pro, that happens at least once. And I say that exact sentence every time it happens too. Now we're going to go for the Eclipse again? No. I just get the feeling that Ember Moon's AI is not programmed to go for a finisher often enough. Super kick. Put her away, Ember. Come on. Nice high knee there. Not quite as good as Buddy Murphy's, but... or Kenny Omega's. But it works. Come on, ladies. The match just won't end. Well, one of you put the other away. That might be it. That could be it. Longest match of the show so far. That's another reason why we put it at 125 speed, because that would have burned up a half hour of real time. What's next? No, that's not it. This is it. Yep, Jordynne Grace versus Taeler Hendrix. We're still dealing with people that are in the mid to bottom of the card. Or of the rankings, rather. Excuse me. Forgot to mention during that last match that Ember Moon's won half of the women's tag champs. I think we're going to change plans on the fly, though. I think I'm only going to do day 8 of this tournament and then save the finals for tomorrow. I'm going to have free time again tomorrow. While this match goes on, I'll be right back. I love how the ref spots, when the ref gets bumped in this game, they immediately bleed. Although nothing's more hardcore than that NXT ref that broke his leg. Certain angles, this version of Taeler Hendrix doesn't look like she has a nose. Also, as I've pointed out a million times, I realize her name's misspelled. I don't believe there's a lot of versions of her on Fire Pro. The PlayStation 4 Fire Pro community is not nearly as prolific as the Steam version. Like, the Steam version has ridiculous non-wrestlers, too. The Steam version has, the Giant Bomb cast. The Giant Bomb cast and crew. Not the Giant Bomb cast. But, like, Alex Navarro, Dan Reichert, all them were created forever ago on Steam, but they're not on the PlayStation version at all. PlayStation version also has way too many fighting game characters. Like the cast of Eternal Champions is on here. Mortal Kombat characters are on here. Street Fighter, that was cool. Street Fighter characters are on here. But then sometimes it's hard to find indie wrestlers. Yeah, this is the only version of Taeler Hendrix in the game. It's a good build, just the name spelled wrong. Ah, got the Rolling Fisherman.
I need to restructure my roster and stuff on here too. I still have Johnny Gargano as a heel.
Okay,
Tombstone. Might be it. Well. Jordan's tough. Seated hip press. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, it's a hip drop. Called it the wrong thing. Alright, now we're into the top half of the card. Klein versus Liv Morgan. Klein, remember, is sitting in first place right now. Or she was at the start of the day. I haven't paid attention to the rankings as the show's gone on. Liv Morgan rocking SmackDown Blue. Which ironic since she's, or, you know, not necessarily ironic, but just coincidental because she is now essentially part of the SmackDown roster, but nobody's seen her. I like the Liv Morgan wanted posters that were out, missing person posters, whatever you want to call them. That's something too. They posted a promo of Nikki Cross talking about what appears to be a change of character, stepping out of the darkness into the light. I don't know what that means, but since it's the modern day WWE, it doesn't fill me with exact excitement. Liv loves this move. Every match we see it. I don't think she's ever won with it, but she uses it. I guess Klein's technically a face now too. I might have to switch that around also. After the attack by the Allure back at G1 Supercard.
almost been there. I don't think Liv's done nearly enough damage to Kelly. Kelly looks like she could walk away with B bracket. Put her away. I think Kelly's one more win away from being undefeated in the entire tournament. Before we move on to the next match, I do want to take a quick peek at the rankings. What's the main event here? Okay, so yeah, this is coming down to it. Because Rosemary could be a spoiler for Teagn today, and technically Veda Scott could be for Rhea Ripley too. That'd be a huge upset. I like the B bracket has the only person who's won every match and lost every match in it as well. Alright. So next is Rosemary Teagn Nox. A lot comes down to what happens in the next few matches. Like, depending on what happens in the next few matches, day 9 could end up just being cleanup. Can't wait for Teagn to come back. It's 2 years in a row, of course, that she's missed the Mae Young Classic with knee injuries. I mean, she was in this one for a little bit and then blew out her knee, her other knee. I really like watching Teagn Nox wrestle. I think she's really talented. Been watching her since she first started showing up on What Culture Pro Wrestling. Destroyer. Not enough. Too early. Oh, red whiting. Also not enough. Okay, they both hit their finisher. Light clap from the audience. That happens pretty frequently too. Instead of running into the corner or off the ropes, they literally run into the corner. I don't know what the AI was going for there. The old angle slam over the top rope onto the apron. Red wedding on the floor. Rosemary going for the cheap win. Did nothing, or was that a taunt? I'm going to take that was a taunt because she didn't miss directly at Teagn. She just sprayed up in the air. Nope. No diving crossbody victory for you, Teagn. Oh, nice counter. Like she was going to go for the red wedding again and countered it into a roll-up. Let's see if there's a different version of Teagn, too. I bet not. Like I said, the Fire Pro community on PlayStation 4 isn't the greatest. Teagn pulls into the lead. Since Ivelisse lost earlier. Yeah, it's the only version of Teagn available. Who's next? Is it that match? Allie versus Becky Lynch? Yes, it is. Allie, if Allie loses here, her shot at dethroning Kelly Klein is over. Because Kelly Klein's got 40 points now. Allie's at 30, I believe. Although it looks like day 9 has Becky Lynch versus Kelly Klein. That could be a good one. Allie's got Asuka next week, or the next episode. I keep saying next week. Yeah, it's looking a whole lot like the final day of this tournament is going to be a lot of matches that are just there to see where the points lie. Nobody's really in control of their own destiny except for Kelly Klein. And that depends on how this match goes. If Allie wins, she's still kind of in the hunt. Having not streamed in a while, this feels good to do this kind of low-key, low-key sort of low-energy stream here, because I am way out of practice. Almost, Allie. Almost got it. Allie Valley Driver. Know what they call that when she does it? Just kicked Becky right out of the ring. I love this story that's circulating that Detective Pikachu has enough adult outtakes that they could make a full R-rated movie about it. Holy crap, Allie's still in the hunt. Now we have to take another peek at the rankings again. I normally don't do this till the end of the thing, but I'm curious. Teagn. Still gotta see Rhea Ripley wrestle. Yeah, Kelly's at 40 points, Allie's at 35. I think mathematically everyone's eliminated. Everyone's eliminated from contention now, except Allie. Allie potentially could pull it off. Yeah. Because the main event of the show, the final match of the show is Isla Dawn versus B. Priestley. And it doesn't, no matter who wins, they're not going to be able to catch Kelly. A bracket still has a chance of having some parity, a tie at the end. So next is Veda Scott versus Rhea Ripley. Yeah, we have Veda Scott versus Rhea Ripley and B. Priestley versus Isla Dawn. But as we just saw, the Isla Dawn B. Priestley match no longer matters. Fight. It's like a match for third place. Yeah, see, Rhea Ripley has to win here to stay competitive with Teagn. Teagn's only lost the one time. Oh, almost over. It's a nice go to sleep there. I love that she bounced off the ropes to run up and kick her. Yep, another one. That was almost an upset there. Veda's stealing moves. Rhea Ripley with the victory. Staying in contention. Alright, one more match on today's show. And that's this one right here. Isla Dawn versus B. Priestley. Fighting over third place at this point. Because we know Kelly, Klein, and Allie basically have first and second locked up. That was a weird bit of clipping. Come on! Look at that figure eight. quick, almost.
Yeah.
Not sure why she tumbled out of the ring like that, but okay. Kick the crap out of her. I like watching Isla wrestle in real life. Oh, wow. That should be a game ender there. That's it. There we have today's action. Over and done. With some interesting matchups moving forward. I like how B never breaks the hold at the end. She just holds it until you move on. Alright, let's look at what's to come here. Take a look at the rankings one last time that we've finalized the penultimate day. Teagn and Rhea have their tie at 35 points apiece. Ivelisse right behind them with 30. Now the crazy thing here is when we look at the rankings and then compare it to tomorrow, the next day, whenever we stream it. Could be later today, for all I know. Alexa Bliss versus Rosemary is on the card. So that'll settle third place, basically. What we have, though, is Rhea, Ripley, and Ivelisse are facing off. If Ivelisse wins, that brings it up to a 35-point tie again. And then if Teagn loses to Sonya Deville, which crazier things have happened, we would have... See, if Ivelisse wins and Teagn loses, we'll have a three-way tie for first place in the A bracket. That'll have to be settled by another round-robin tournament of just those three individuals. If Rhea wins and Teagn wins, we have the two of them have to face off in a single elimination tournament thing. But that's it. Those are the options. We either have Teagn standing tall by herself, Rhea standing tall by herself, or a three-way tie. Like, I do believe those are the options. Let's see if Rhea beats Ivelisse, or we could have the Teagn and Rhea win, and then again a single elimination tournament. So we either have one of two women standing tall by themselves in A bracket, a two-way tie, or a three-way tie. Those are our options for A bracket. B bracket, on the other hand, let's see, who's B wrestling? B has Liv Morgan. So if B wins, she gives up to 35 points. If Allie beats Asuka, She goes up to 40, and then that will leave it on Kelly Klein versus Becky Lynch. To determine, you know, if Becky beats Kelly and Allie beats Asuka, we'll have a tie. Otherwise, Kelly wins the bracket. So we got some stuff happening. We get to see if Zelina Vega can beat Ember Moon, she'll at least we'll have one match. But that's going to do it for day 8 of the Chel Raizer Invitational Round Robin Tournament. I was thinking about doing day 9 right away, but instead I'm going to switch gears and maybe stream a little of something else until my time of solitude is over here in the apartment. It's harder to record when people are home. So I will wrap this up, and I'll be back shortly if you're watching live on Twitch with something else. If you're watching this later on YouTube, there's plenty to check out there. Thank you for following, or watching rather. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. PolyNerdic on all the social medias. We're on just about all of them, short of Snapchat. You won't see me doing the gender swap photo thing because I don't have Snapchat. But thank you for watching, and I'll be back shortly with more.